Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast Collection Photoarts channel. I am going to show you Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter by Hot Wheels. This model was released in 2015. This is part of the Star Wars Hero and Villain Starships 11 pack that is exclusive to Target stores. I had no idea where this ship first appeared in the Star Wars universe until I did a review of the Star Wars movies. After the review, I discovered that this starfighter appeared in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This was piloted by both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. Each had their own ship, the same model but different paint designs, and this one is specific to Obi-Wan Kenobi's. I think this ship is one of the smaller starships in the Star Wars universe, and we're going to explore more of that later in this video. We are looking at the right side of the Jedi Starfighter, and it has a very thick body at the back with the large wing that expands from the front until the middle of the body. Here is the front, which consists of painted panels, and there are some lines on it. The turret in the middle of the wing. More paint designs here on the side of the wing with form for the hinge. I assume that this part of the wing can unfold during the space battles, but in this casting, it's just a detail. Some insignias, I'm not sure if this is for the Jedi Masters or maybe for the Rebel forces, but it's here on both the body and the wing. The thrusters at the bottom of the body. Here is the left side of the Jedi Starfighter. It is identical with the right side with a large wing attached to the thick body with a slight difference. Here's a short tour starting from the front. Same painted panels with the turret here in the middle. The difference is this little casting of the droid just in front of the cockpit window. In the movie, it's supposed to have some red paints and I think some whites, but in this model it's just painted with gray, which is the body paint. Same detail of the folded wings with the hinge on the side. Insignia with the back wing flaps and the thruster still at the bottom of the body. We're now looking at the front of the Jedi Starfighter. It shows that the cockpit has some resemblance on the enemy TIE fighters when it comes to the cockpit window in the front. Looking here, straight in the middle, the cockpit window is circular in shape with the frames, and it's very similar with the TIE fighter cockpit windows. I think the designers of the Star Wars universe had the same idea for both the Rebels and the TIE fighters design in a way. In the front of the cockpit window, here in the front part of the wing, are the additional gun turrets on the sides with some details. And looking here from this side and comparing it with the other side, which is on the left side of the wing, it's raised a bit higher than the right side. I think that is a production error on my copy. Here's another look of the droid assistant on the left wing. At the back of the Jedi Starfighter are additional details like the thrusters on each side of the body, and they have these details, line details, to make it more dynamic. At the bottom, which is at the middle of the thrusters, it's not an additional thruster, but it's actually the rivet to connect both the bottom and top parts of the model. At the side of the wings, at the bottom, are additional details. It's a bit hard to see because it's dark. I think those plastic details might be for the hover thrusters to make the ship float in stationary position. Here's another look of the droid from the back. We are looking at the top of the Jedi Starfighter. I said earlier that the Jedi Starfighter is one of the smaller starships in the Star Wars universe, and the reason being the fuselage, which is the middle part of the ship that contains the body, and the cockpit, shows that the cockpit windows are large. As you compare that with the other ships that I did the video art with in this channel for the Star Wars Heroes and Villains Starships pack, This window is larger than the other ships. That means if you compare this ship with, for example, the TIE Fighter, this might be around smaller than half when you compare that and you make them large enough in the Star Wars universe. The windows are just painted with flat black paint. It does not have an interior, just like the other models in the series. More paint designs are in here, like the insignias on the left and the right, and these triangle forms the paint designs at the back of the cockpit window, a panel at the back, and more on the back flap wings. And looking here at the top is the full form of the folded wings on the sides. Another look at the droid, which has, I think, more of the droid details that you can associate with the other droids in the Star Wars universe. The turrets with the insignia in the left side of the left wing. Additional paint details, the full form of the panels are in here. The gun turrets in the middle of the fuselage contains additional details like the segments and these divisions to make them more realistic and futuristic. The bottom of the Jedi Starfighter contains structures and panels, and here's a short tour starting in the front. The structures here might be related to the turrets in the middle of the ship, rivets, and the hollow plastic structure. And these are the plastic parts seen earlier, which are either too dark from the back view of the model. Folded wings and the flaps. In the middle would be the hole for the flight stand. More of the thrusters at the back. You can display the Jedi Starfighter in one of two ways. One is in land mode. You just place the model in a flat surface, or you can use the flight stand to display the model in flight mode. This is still the same flight stand used in the other models, and using the flight stand is still the same. You turn over the model to find the hole for the connector. You place the flight stand, the feet in forward position. You place the connector in the hole and place it there, push it until it clicks. Once it clicks, it's now in stable form. You can place here the Starfighter in your desk in flight mode. It looks as if it is flying in space. If you want, similar to the other models in the set, you can make this model fly by putting your finger in the ring part and role play the model as if it's flying in space, just like a puppet. Once you're done playing, you can display the model again in flight mode by placing the stand with the model in a flat surface, and it will be in flight mode as a display piece. This ends my video art on Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter by Hot Wheels. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.